Hi friends, come with me as I take you through a day in the life of a postgraduate intern on my current internal medicine rotation. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Gerard Correa, currently a PGI and an alumnus of the Cebu Institute of Medicine. We begin the shift with a handoff or endorsements, where the morning shift shares updates on the events of the previous shift, discusses newly admitted patients, and goes over other important patient care details.
Kasi mo pati na kay gubay ani nga wala gid siya na paklaan na koy ana o what sa kadi nga nag-mess me o sa kadi nga nag-feel niya o sa kadi nag-center pero magwala partner
So, let's start the audio.
Hello. So we had a patient at the emergency room. Came in for chief complaint of cough. Patient was weak already. Before we intubated the patient had SVT or supraventricular tachycardia. This is when the heart contracts at a very fast rate. We did the defibrillation, the one where you do like you put the pads in the chest to change the rhythm back to a normal. And then afterwards, we intubated the patient. The reason why we do that is that we can directly supply oxygen to the lungs of the patient without the patient requiring to inhale or exhale. So this is usually done in cases where the patient has difficulty breathing. Their breathing is already so hard that it requires an external supplementation to the breathing. And then patient was then attached to a mechanical ventilator, so that's a machine that does the breathing for you basically, and then admitted to the ward. It's 11, and then hopefully there are no patients to come. Jeff, hopefully there are no patients so we can have some sort of sleep, since we do a 22-hour shift, so that's 2 shifts of one shift is your duty status or night shift or graveyard, and the next day in the morning you don't go home, you do your previous shift, so that's from 7 a.m. up to 5 p.m. but the roles is different na. Yeah, let's hopefully there are no patients so that we can sleep.
Oh! Wala.
Yeah, because
Hoy, where are you?
hydrocatalyst.
It's our favorite na vlogger dyan sa one piece
Kasi na-start niya.
by Casey Neistat by
Finance Park.
naguna dyan kong Ali Abdal, and then Casey Neistat dyan ang marag ako na gana ko sa ito ko nag-get sa yung style mo. It's our call room, dining / work table, our lovely Nespresso machine, my bed. Joke lang. It's everybody's bed. That's a mirror. This is the outside quarters of our room. This is the the middle area before we get out. This is the room for the residents. This one and this one also. Night chart rounds. First we'll check the wards, next the ICU, the last we'll check the emergency room.
Part of our job includes checking paperwork for the patients. As you can see here, I am checking the patient's chart for some paperwork done by the senior clerks. When there's no urgent work, we try to get some sleep to recharge. We are also responsible for printing the hospital census for the internal medicine department. After printing the census, I distribute it to the residents on duty for the shift. We meet with the morning shift to hand over the status of our patients and discuss any new admissions or important events from the night shift.
For
Primary.
primary surgery. Ito, nakaupo, no? Sorry. Surgery siya? Primary?
Oopsie daisy.
Just woke up from my nap. We're going to prepare coffee with espresso pods. This Nespresso machine. So, earlier, after doing the floor plan, printing the floor plan of the hospital census for internal medicine patients, there was actually a call for an NGT reinsertion. So, an NGT is a nasogastric tube, so it's a tube that creates a passage from the nose towards the stomach. We did this on the same patient where we did the intubation in the morning. In the night, sorry. The purpose of your nasogastric tube is so that you can create a passageway directly from the outside towards the stomach. Since in intubated patients or in patients that have problems of swallowing, we redirect the food directly to the nasogastric tube instead of giving it orally and risk aspiration.
My spare charger.
So on today's agenda, we will be uploading pa ko. So on today's agenda, we will be encoding the census of patients. Mahal na mag-SS.
Yes, of course. You can call me Doc after.
Wow! Sorry, Doc. Okay, a bit about PGI shift. So, PGI or postgraduate internship, they're the ones that finished the 4 years of med school and then graduated with a degree of Doctor of Medicine, but still unlicensed, so they need to undergo postgraduate internship training. That's me right now. The load of the PGI ship, the responsibilities, so it's a gray area because there isn't a fixed responsibility for a PGI. It depends on the hospital and then it depends on the department. For internal medicine here in Wellness, PGI ship role is a lot easier as compared to other hospitals that I know. There's also departments here that deal with a harder workload, like they have a greater responsibility towards patient care as compared to PGIs in internal medicine. They also have some degree of patient care, but we don't directly manage the patient. We do the work in between the clerks and the residents. Right now, I'm what we call previous.
Medical intern, please.
So right now, I'm previous since I did a duty shift, PM duty shift, so from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Now, the next day, so I'm previous, so my roles are different since the pre-duty or the ones who do the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. shift are already here. So we do OPD, we do go to dialysis, and then that's basically it. It's more of a paperwork load, less on the wards. But if ever there's any emergent needs, we're usually there.
At around 11:45 a.m., I accompanied the patient for a CT scan and then had lunch thereafter.
Namang naong ka ni apps. Review. Happy na kayo kagkuhin nga. Nag-surgery?
Iran Sujuti, please proceed to the A. Iran Sujuti.
After lunch, part of my role as previous is usually tasked with encoding some paperwork. At 4 p.m., I stepped in to teach third-year medical students in their skills laboratory. Today, we covered proper auscultation techniques for heart and lung sounds.
It's 5 p.m. Hour 22. 22-hour shift. Just did a junior clerkship lecture on heart sounds and lung sounds. So part of PGI shift in a teaching hospital is you get to teach the junior clerks. So that's the third year medical students. I wasn't the one who was supposed to do the lecture because of schedules and like busy hospital shift. So we had to cover for our groupmates.
By dinner we have beef, we have munchkin, and then togi. Just had dinner. Dinner 1. Might have dinner 2 later.
The 22-hour shift can be grueling, but it's less demanding compared to senior clerkship in residency in terms of workload.
We go home.
Done with a 22-hour shift. Yes. Done with the 22-hour shift. Energy is low. I just wanna sleep.
Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.